Hi crypto peeps, hope you're doing well. Today's date is 22nd of February 2023, and as we do this, Bitcoin is now trading right now at $24,206. So down slightly from last week, but still holding in there. So with it, let's get straight to the news, shall we? See what we've got for you this week. Okay, so the first news story here, and again, this is a bit of FUD, this happens all the time. He seems to have a control over what's happening, but this is Elon Musk. He sends Dogecoin shooting higher with a single tweet, and it says, "High time I confessed," and the tweet was here, and it just happened literally just a few hours ago. So, Elon Musk here, "High time I confessed, I let the Doge out. It was me, I let the dogs out." As this time of writing, Doge has increased by 4.7% in the last 24 hours. So that's a bit of news on that one, if that one interests you. Elon Musk seems to have an inescapable hold on the cryptosphere, to be honest. He only has to put out a single tweet, an image or whatever, and he can massively move the market. What that says, I do not know, but he seems to be playing a lot of games with us, especially around Dogecoin. So let's see where this one goes. So that's that one right now. And then we're going to move on to Coinbase here, and this is on forecast. Coinbase reports growth in Q4 earnings despite a decline in users. Coinbase Global, the largest US-based cryptocurrency exchange, reported an increase in its fourth quarter 2022 earnings on Tuesday, even as overall users declined throughout the period. Coinbase is the second largest crypto exchange in the world, and it reported a $605 million in net revenue for the quarter, beating analyst predictions of around about 588 million. The exchange's Q4 net revenue was 75% lower than the 2.5 billion reported in the same period in the previous year, when many major cryptocurrencies were trading near their all-time highs. Coinbase earned 2.6 billion in net income for the year 2022, down from 3.6 billion in 2021. Goes on to say here, transaction volume on the platform fell 12% quarter over quarter to $322 million. However, subscription and service revenues grew 34% to $283 million, accounting for almost 50% of the overall revenue for the quarter, mainly from interest income of $182.2 million. So that's interesting news there. Have a look at that one if that one interests you. As with all these, I'm just reading out little bits of bites of information here. If you look down below, we have all the links to all these, so you can look at these in full and give them your full review. Okay, so the next piece of news here is on the block, and Kaito AI raises $5.3 million to build a ChatGPT powered search engine for crypto. Kaito AI, an AI-powered search engine for crypto, raised $5.3 million in a round led by Dragonfly Capital. Sequoia Capital, Jane Street, Alpha Lab Capital, and Marana Ventures are also among the investors participating. As investors flock away from the crypto and into AI, one investment firm is taking a different approach. Dragonfly Capital is leading Kaito AI's $5.3 million raise to build an AI-powered search engine for the crypto industry. The product has been in private beta with institutional investors since December, and the investment firm is saying it is revolutionizing the way they invest. There's more on that one if that one interests you. It goes on to say here, so what's drawing investors in? Could it perhaps be the mention of the buzzy new AI technology, ChatGPT, which Kaito AI is using to bolster its search engine experience? Big tech companies are already looking to make a land grab in this space, and Microsoft relaunched its Bing search engine with ChatGPT technology, naming it Sydney. So have a look at that one if that one interests you. Very interesting things happening, not only within blockchain and cryptos, but AI is making huge moves this last couple of months. Another one we reported on several months ago, but it's really starting to take hold now, and this is on the street here. Credit Suisse collapse on the stock market. The chairman of the board of directors of the second largest Swiss bank is under investigation by Swiss authorities. Credit Suisse is definitely sinking into the crisis. Then they had an emergency plan launched in October, already seems to be far away as the bank's difficulties do not seem to want to go away. It's the opposite. You only have to look at the stock market to understand that the road to redemption is long and will be very long. Credit Suisse shares fell 4% in the February 21st trading session to 2.66 Swiss francs, a closing low since at least 1985. At present, the market value of the bank, which was once a European financial flagship, is less than that of Coinbase. We talked about this in October, I think it was, when this first came out. It's been a long route down. They denied it at the time that they had problems. Obviously, they do have problems, and they're really starting to emerge there now. This is on the Daily Mirror today in the UK. Interesting bit of gossip here. If you've seen the podcast on this, it's a fantastic podcast. I recommend it. Have a look at that. So the crypto queen on the FBI's most wanted list for a $3 billion scam was killed on a yacht. The missing crypto queen, listed amongst the FBI's 10 most wanted for scamming investors and disappearing with their millions, was killed on a yacht 5 years ago. It has been claimed. The Bulgarian-born German citizen Dr. Ruja Ignatova, who was aged 42, made headlines when she invented the cryptocurrency OneCoin, which she marketed worldwide, attracting investors from far afield. Backers then ploughed a total around about $4 billion or 3.4 billion pounds into OneCoin, and before she disappeared and took all the money with her in 2017. It's going on to say now, the incident allegedly happened on a yacht in Greece in November 2018, in which her body was dismembered and thrown into the Ionian Sea, as stated in documents. The murder was allegedly carried out by a man named Hristo Hrostov, who was detained after he was caught with a large amount of heroin some time ago in the Netherlands. So there's a bit of information on that one, especially if you've been following the podcast and the story of that one. It seems like that money is gone forever. So on Finboat here, we have a piece of news. Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki warns starvation is coming as the financial crisis looms. Now, he's been talking about a financial crisis for several months now. And to be honest, I believe him. I believe it is coming. You know, we're seeing very strong signals of it. But have a look to see what he has to say on this. So the author of the best-selling personal finance book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, has once again sounded the alarm about the looming major financial crash and warned about the ensuing starvation, as well as sharing his recommendations on how best to prepare. He was interviewed Chris Martenson, the author of the re-released book The Crash Course, which deals with a series of crises experienced by the world and their interconnectedness, in the episode of Rich Dad radio show, which was streamed on February 22nd. Commenting on Martinson's book, which he called a book of prophecy, as he was warning us what was going to happen, he touched upon his own prophetic works suitably the prophecy, implying that the biggest stock market crash in history was still coming. He goes on to say here, when this 2008 crash hit, that didn't fix the problem. It made it worse. So it was easy to predict the biggest crash was coming, and I think we're in it right now. Furthermore, the author voiced his pessimistic expectations of the incoming famine and resulting social unrest, along with suggestions on how to weather the crisis. He goes on to say here, one of the forecasts I see, the pessimists like me, they say starvation is coming. So I tweeted my solution is to buy cans of tuna fish. And I caught hell for it and almost got shadow banned for recommending tuna fish. He goes on to say he stresses his 5 Gs on how to survive any economic recession, including grub, ground, gasoline, guns and gold. Stressing that you've got to have ground for food, gasoline for your car, guns, gold. I've been preparing for years and it just sits there. There's more on that story if that one interests you. As I said, we've been following his warnings for a while. Many of us believe we are in or approaching this financial crisis right now. My last piece of paper-based news here I have for you today is on Decrypt, and this is on Matic. Matic drops 6% as Polygon Labs slashes its headcount by 20. So as part of a larger consolidation, first announced in January, Polygon Labs today announced it was laying off 100 employees. Polygon Labs, the group of companies behind the Enora eponymously named blockchain network, announced it would be cutting its headcount by 20%. The 100 employees which have been laid off will receive 3 months of severance. And Polygon is a proof-of-stake crypto network hosting a variety of decentralized or DeFi and non-fungible token projects. The network's native Matic token has dropped 6% in 24 hours, falling to around about $1.40, and the token is down 50% from its all-time high of $2.92, which was in December 2021. So if you follow that crypto, there's news on that one there. Have a look at that one. So now we're going to move on to video-based news, because video is a great resource, so please follow and have a look at some of these. The first one here is on Altcoin Daily, and it's the real reason cryptos and NFTs pumped and then dumped. It goes on for nearly 9 minutes. Fantastic as always. As I said, they put out daily content. Subscribe to that one. The next video clip here we have is from CNBC television, what Kraken's SEC settlement means for the crypto industry. Great information there. Again, it's a short one on this one, 4 minutes, but CNBC television are trying to keep on cryptos as well, so maybe subscribe, have a look at what they're doing. The third piece of news I have here today lasts for 25 minutes. It's Bloomberg TV and Bloomberg Crypto Full Show, and it's just some basic news, all what's happening with the industry, you know, a good half-hour overview. And my final video clip for you today, and a great resource. They put out several pieces of content a week. Fantastic stuff. Coin Bureau, and this is the crypto news. They talk about Cardano, Filecoin, Theta, the SEC, CBDCs, and they cover a load more as well. This one again goes on for around about 26 minutes, and nearly half an hour, but it's something to watch. There's a greater overview of what's going on there in the crypto market. So that's all we have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed that. As with all weeks, if you have any comments or any suggestions, leave them down below. Also, you know, click the link, subscribe, share. Please, that helps us in great ways. Have a great week out there. Be careful. Things are happening. Namaste. See you soon.